Don't know much about history. Don't know much biology. Don't know much about a science book.
Here we go.
Don't know much about
I got to be careful on this one. The boss is watching.
Oh, no. We both have to be careful.
We
I think.
do, but I love this. Cathy's with the Riverbend Tech Center, the woman in charge over there, and I think it's the perfect time to have you on because everyone got new technology for Christmas, and people are going to break things, and then they're going to call you and say, please fix this for me.
Right.
And how you guys offer so many services, it's actually I didn't realize how many things you guys did.
Yeah, we do. I'm a retired educator, 35 years with the Edwardsville School District. And so I purchased the business from my husband, John, who is the owner of RiverBender.com, because he wanted to put a little bit more time into RiverBender.com. And after retiring, you move from 150 miles an hour to zero. It did not sit well with me at all. And so he said, this would be a great project for you. So he had a well-established business already going. I have some amazing technicians who can do just about anything and everything that's needed. But I wanted to add that education component to this because, as an administrator, I saw so often, especially 35 years, we moved from VHS to no technology in a classroom to websites and digital textbooks and, streaming services and things. And so I've seen a lot of teachers, I've seen a lot of students afraid, not the students quite as much, but teachers and administrators and things afraid of the technology that they're given and not using it to its full capabilities.
Well, you're right, because especially during COVID, my dad's over at Lewis and Clark and got to see how that kind of went for him. And he had old VHSs. We had to convert to digital to get him ready for the classes that were at home. But I was sitting there and, going in every day at the time. My cousin's 70 at the time, and she's doing her Zoom class every day. And I'm thinking there's so many parents that really don't know how the technology worked. And a lot of students struggled.
Right.
So it's really cool that you guys are really raising that educational awareness and hopefully get more people informed about how, this is the proper way to use things.
Right. So that's one of our services that we offer is we have private sessions where parents, grandparents, any adult can come in and sit with one of our technicians and ask questions.
Wow.
And they'll sit down one-on-one. No questions too small, no questions silly. So it can be from the most simplest of things, to the most complex. So, we have so many people who carry those computers in their hands, like your cell phones, and they're afraid of them. They don't know how to use them. They're not using, all the capabilities that they can. I don't use all the capabilities that, my phone can use, But, I see so many clients that come in that are just afraid. Afraid of their devices.
Well, I want to say that I knew that you guys offered that service, but, I don't like lying on the air. I really didn't know that. To me, there's so many people I want to sign up for this. Now, how are people scheduled for that?
We're open 9:30 till 6. From 9:30 to noon, our doors are closed to the general public, and we schedule all of our sessions during that time, or we schedule them towards the end of the day, like that 5 to 6 p.m. session for those people that work.
Have people been taking advantage of this? It seems like a really rewarding thing because my grandpa just got a new phone, and that's what I'm thinking about right now, because it seems like even when you try to, it's not just him, we all do it, but when your family tries to help you, it's a little bit different than when somebody that knows what they're doing, knows the ins and outs of it's helping you too.
Right.
Man, that's really cool.
And when we first began, I had to talk to the technicians who talk tech talk, and said, you have to bring it down. You have to quit some of that language and make it so that, everyone understands. And then we have them practice. So, if they learn how to do one thing, even if it's a matter of how to move from one screen to another, we say, shut it down, turn it back on. Let's see you do that. Or removing icons off their cell phones or apps off their cell phones or rearranging them. So we make them practice again. So when they walk out the door, it's not like, oh my goodness, what did I just do? Or what did I learn? Repetition.
Repetition's your friend. We'll do it again. But how many, to me, I think it could have, fit every category because some people are just learning to even text for the first time.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
I really had no idea you did that.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So that's one of the services we offer. Another that we offer is a build your own computer. So, we have kids who come in who, teenagers or so, who are computer enthusiasts. Parents don't want them messing with their own computers,
right.
to do this. But if a parent comes in and says, here's my budget, or it doesn't even have to be a parent, it can be any adult, says, here's my budget, help me buy the components for a computer. And then what we do, like during the holidays, we helped the parents buy those, sent them all home with them so they could wrap them, put them under the trees, and then they've scheduled appointments to come back in with all of those parts, sit down with one of the technicians, and actually build it together. So the kids, for example, are learning how to use that computer.
That is so cool. Now, is that a new feature you guys threw?
Yeah, we started that back in October.
Wow.
Yeah.
I need to start staying up to date. Is there like a RiverBender newsletter I can
there is not, but we might have to put one together.
Well, you guys offer so much. And I mean, like every once in a while I'll walk by the door and see the person with the rice bag because they
it's so often
wash their phone. Now, does that actually work?
You know what? I don't know if it works. Some people say they have good luck with it. Others come in after that, they've done it and it's not worked. Our guys can save most anything. There are some things, for example, my new son-in-law had Christmas presents and set his phone down as he was unloading them from the car, and the car came down and just snapped his brand new $1,200 phone in half. And so I have that in the tech center to say, we can fix almost anything, but this is one thing that, one thing we could not fix.
Oh, no. So it really got demolished?
Oh, it was, completely split.
I thought I had a bad weekend.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
It was bad.
Take us through some of the services that you provide that maybe, I mean, those two are really groundbreaking. I mean, we don't have that around here really. It's to all the people that out there, I mean, I know a little bit about the build thing. You're talking like big money if you outsource that somewhere. So to have that and really create an experience for the kid, I mean, that's awesome.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, that's our goal.
Right.
Our number one goal is to help people feel comfortable with what they have in their hands.
Absolutely.
The most. So other services, typical computer services, we do all kinds of computer repair. Put in new ports, check and transfer data, anything that's broken on a computer just about, put in new drives, upgrade computers. We do that for a lot of the small businesses in the area. With the small businesses, we try to get those computers in, get them turned around right away and get them back to them so that, they're not down for long. Right. But it's amazing the difference. We get calls all the time to say, wow, I didn't realize how slow my computer was until you guys got a hold of it and worked on it. And we do virus removals and things like that as well.
That is so cool. Well, what I think is so neat about the tech center is, like you said earlier, when you walk in there, so it used to be a little bit different with the tech talk, but when I walked in there, I walked in right before the show started in August. I had a broken computer, some things, and you guys just talked to me like a normal person, and I didn't know, but I at least understood the concept of what was being accomplished. And was that something that was right in the forefront of your mind right when you took over?
Most definitely. I think, we get a lot of customers who've come from some of the big box stores, and they come in and say, they told me it couldn't be fixed, but they told me this, and this. I have no idea what they're saying. Can you help me? And quite often we can. Or if not, we can explain to them exactly what it is or what they did wrong, so that it doesn't happen again. But we bring that language down, so that they can understand and they feel comfortable asking the questions.
Right.
And there's just something about working with a small business, over some of the big box stores as well.
Well, I got to ask you this, and I hate throwing you on the spot. Do you guys still do the you can still buy some pieces of computers over at the store?
We do. We have refurbished laptops and desktops. So what we do is we buy them, those that companies have gotten rid of maybe in just a couple years or so. We completely upgrade them. We put brand new solid state drives in them to make sure that they're fast. We check all the memory, et cetera, and make sure that those are really decent machines. And you can get them for about half the price of what you can get at some of those other stores.
Right. Well, and too, that's what I was thinking myself, because I need to get my grandma at least one computer, because it's to the point
time.
now we got to get her at least a little laptop. And it's like, why spend, $700, $800 when you guys, I mean, honestly, just redid the one that's, a couple hundred. I think that's a better deal.
Yeah.
What's the one story? I got to ask you this. I want to ask you this every day you walk in, or you walk, you come in and talk to John. I always want to ask you, but I don't want to bother you because you got stuff to do. What is the one story? Have you had the one doozy yet of someone coming in with just Armageddon technology?
Goodness, we did. We had a gentleman who was not shy, so I feel comfortable sharing this. But he came in with a computer with a hole smack dab in the center of it, and we're like, wow, what happened? And he said, well, this is what happens when you don't pay your child support. So I guess somebody had gotten to all of his electronics, and broke them, and he was kind of giggled about it, but. That was one of the things that happened.
Steve Wilkos couldn't even fix that problem.
No, we could not. We couldn't fix that one. We've had people who their cat has walked across the keyboard, and just because they've had a touch of litter on their paw, when they close it, it shatters the screens. Just lots of things that are very unlucky. For a number of people.
It's a whole Cops episode.
It is. It is
fantastic. It is. What's the number for people to reach you for all your for all their tech services?
We are 618-433-8989, and we are located directly across the street from Max. So a lot of times people will come in the front of the Riverbender building and see that the doors are locked because that goes into the teen center. So we are directly across the street from Max, and we also do cell phones, batteries, ports, change screens, broken screens. And so people will come in, drop off their phones. While we're fixing them, they run over to Max and have lunch or a drink, and then they come on back, and it's ready to go.
And you know what? That's what's so neat about your guys' location, because you're right in the thick of it. I mean, that's what's great about being at the building. But yeah, please use that side, because sometimes you guys sneak up on me when I'm eating lunch.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to take a quick break because we have another thing to talk about, and I wanted to give us a little breathing room. A really neat fundraiser for an awesome individual, but for all your tech services, I'm telling you, Cathy in the Tech Center has it done. Even before I went to Riverbender, I always called the Tech Center because it's a lot cheaper than everywhere else, and
a whole lot less expensive.
They're going to take a lot better care of you at 9:37. It's been a long day, Cathy.
I know, already.
10:37 right here in the heart of the Riverbend on this 27th day of December. Quick break. We'll come right back after this in downtown Alton.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
We protect your house and your car, because we know they're the launching pad to their dreams. And now you can save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance.
I was just having a great time talking to Cathy. I didn't even know a commercial was going. Welcome back right here at 1039 in the heart of the Riverbend, downtown Alton at the RiverBender building. Make sure you guys find the show online, RiverBender.com/daily show. Cathy, great fundraiser coming our way. How can we help, and what's this all about?
We do. We have a pillar of the community, Tracy Bogard, who has done tons of fundraising and volunteer work here in the community for things like PEO, which is an organization that gives scholarships to women. She's worked here at the Riverbender Community Center for years and years as our fundraising chair and volunteering as well. Well, she is now afflicted with ALS, which affects the muscles and now has her wheelchair bound. So to take somebody who is such a vibrant, amazing woman, so strong, and to see her wheelchair bound right now, our hope is that she continues to improve and get better as we go. But currently, she is wheelchair bound. But so we are offering and going to be putting on a fundraiser for her with the goal of trying to get her a lift wheelchair, because right now her mother, elderly mother, is trying to lift her and move her. Lots of friends are coming in and doing her therapies and things with her, because ALS is a disease that is not covered by insurance. So she's a lot of this, she's having to pay out of pocket. Typical expense for ALS is about $250,000 through the disease, which is something that they don't have. Who does?
Right.
At their expense to be able to do that. So we're starting this fundraiser for her. It'll be the first of many to make sure that we can continue to get the equipment and things that she needs in her home to keep her comfortable and to keep her improving.
Now, I didn't realize that it wasn't covered by insurance. I don't think a lot of people realize that.
Right.
And what I think, too, and I've only met Tracy a handful of times, but you're right. Yeah. She is such a sweetheart, and she's awesome. I mean, everything that she's done is full of passion and energy, and we honestly, we kind of owe it to her to help her out, I think.
I totally agree, which is why we have a small team, but a very strong, passionate team, kind of putting together some fundraisers for her and going out and doing the therapy. She has some amazing friends who are helping her with therapies and continuing to research and do things to keep her muscles as strong as they can be, and to keep her as healthy as possible.
Absolutely. And when's the fundraiser?
The fundraiser is January 21st. It is a country line dancing fundraiser. So what we're going to do is from 6:30 until 10 p.m. And it is from 6:30 to about 7:30. We're going to actually teach people the dances.
Oh, cool.
So you don't need to have any experience with country line dancing at all. But we have Daniel Nosey, who is our DJ here at the Riverbender Community Center. It does an amazing job. He's going to actually teach the dances, while Brian Trust from Trust Auto Sales is going to be doing the DJ.
And new radio personality on Riverbender Radio.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And then this is in conjunction with the Moose Lodge. They've donated the space. And then Robbie over at Max has donated all the appetizers and things. So we'll have a cash bar, but free appetizers, and then the dance lessons and dancing for the rest of the night there at the Moose Lodge. And it's January 21st. 6:30 to 10 p.m.
Right there on the screen. 120, 120. I forgot we're almost heading towards the new year.
I know.
Yikes.
I know.
But, and I think this is so cool, because I didn't know anything. I knew that you said it was for Tracy, but to see all you guys from that really collaborated on the community center and did all these really neat things to come together and just celebrate. I mean, number one, raise awareness and help out what we can, because that wheelchair would be needed.
Right.
But just to really highlight the best aspects of Tracy, because she is so awesome. If you guys haven't met Tracy, she never meets a stranger. I mean, she is seriously so cool.
And she does everything for everyone.
She does.
And does it well, and with lots of compassion, and we're all real blessed to know her. Yeah. And it's time for us to step up and support her.
Well, you're right. And too, when I met Tracy, it was so funny, because I went and I bought a car, and right afterwards, she texted me a couple of times. One the following way, hey, how's everything going? Just making sure it worked for you. And then, hey, I listened to you on the radio. You're doing such great job. And just all these messages of support. She's a wonderful woman.
Supportive,
just awesome.
Yes.
And it made me kind of get the let out a little bit, because I was dragging around and being mopey like I do best. And then she comes and lightens your day up, and it's just awesome. So take us to this. So we have appetizers, 50-50, and more.
We do. So we're going to do, we've got a number of baskets that we're going to be raffling off from a lot of the businesses in town. We've got a 50-50 raffle going on. We're got the dance lessons, and we've got the appetizers coming. We've got just all kinds of fun, and then that cash bar as well. And just lots of music and things. Brian Trust has said, we're going to throw a few non-country line dances in there as well. Those kind of wedding ones that nobody knows. That you wish you knew when you try, but we're gonna throw some of those in there as well. But everybody can buy tickets by going to the website, thewarriorinme.org. And you can either make a cash donation through that website, or you can purchase tickets. Tickets are $25.
That's what I was going to ask you.
They're $25, and that includes the lessons, the dancing, the appetizers, etc.
Absolutely. And how can we stay up to date until the 21st for all the news and just updates about the event?
Everything's on that website.
Cool.
So we're going to begin placing these flyers, around town starting this week. We wanted to kind of hold off till after the Christmas break. But we'll start placing those. There's a QR code on that flyer. So if you forget the website, you just scan that QR code. It takes you directly there.
Really
and
cool.
You can go ahead and purchase your tickets online.
Awesome. Is there anything else?
I don't think so. Just
There
come
you
out
go.
and support us and have a good time.
On the 21st of January, help support and just honestly, just go and just celebrate how awesome Tracy is and just help get that wheelchair, because honestly, she deserves it. If there's one person in this world that deserves it all, and that's her. She is awesome.
Yes,
and
she
it's
does.
really cool you guys are doing this too. At 10:45, we're going to take a quick break. You any tech center needs, call Cathy. She'll help you out. Just don't yell at her when you walk through the door. And just a little disclaimer.
Yes,
we'll be back to wrap up this 10 o'clock hour in downtown Alton right after this.